It's time for a project update, and yes, I am in my garage with three very special friends. These are my ducks, and in New York it is ridiculously cold, so we brought our ducks inside into the garage for a couple days so that they could get their little flippy floppies out of the cold. So I thought I would bring them along for today's update video. So let's get to it. What have I been working on this week? So if you've been following along, that you know that I've been toiling away at a certain sweater, and yes, I am still toiling away, but I am not going to show that same sweater that I've been showing week after week. I'm going to show you something new. So this is a pair of fingerless mittens that has been in my languishing wet pile probably for a year and a half or so. They actually go back all the way to these fingerless mittens, which I started in January of 2024. I started working on these when I went down to New York City to go to Vogue Knitting Live. And these were supposed to be a pair of socks, but I got done with the cuff and I just felt like they were just a little too tight. And the cuff to be a proper sock, like they just felt like they'd just be a little too tight in the leg. But I loved the way that they fit on my wrist and my hands, so I thought I would just make them fingerless mittens, and love the ribbing and how they make, you know, kind of like a compression feeling. So I just, you know, kind of made up my own pattern and turned them into fingerless mittens. And, you know, would I have written down exactly what I have done? Because I remember when I was making these, that the first one, I didn't love where I placed the increases because the way that the ribbing is, I just feel like it didn't look completely organic in how the increases were meeting up with the ribbing. But by the time I got to the second one, I kind of changed where I was placing that increase in terms of where in the ribbing I was doing it, so it looked so much better. Did I write that down? Of course not. Why would I do that? That's silly. So I started this second pair because my husband actually requested a pair because he steals mine all the time. So he requested a pair for himself, and I got all the way to where I'm ready to put in that thumb. And I just stopped and put them down because I knew that I was going to have to do that work all over again. But I said, you know what? It's time. It's time. So yesterday and today, I got the thumb of one of them done. I think it's pretty good with the way that the increases are going. I do think I might change it a little bit because I do feel like that kind of pearl, that rib is just a little noticeable on that side versus this side just looks so much like cleaner. So that's what I've been working on this week, and until next week.